Thank you for tuning in to Sanctuary. This is Lobert, and I'm here with Alkadron. We've got House 34 on Ravenous Squirrel in first position. In second position, we have Duke Slayer on Tainted Observer. Third position, Lil Rad Lotad. On Milik, Is It Paragon? And in position 4, it's Kunks on Gut Trussel Zealot, Inspiring Leader.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Melik is surely a combo deck here. Ravenous Squirrel feels like mid-range value, probably, is my guess. Maybe there might be a combo in it. If this is the Ravenous Squirrel that we saw last round, then it's possible. I don't know what the list is, but I saw Stonewick Pack Beasts and Urn of Godfires, which makes me think there's some kind of
Schnaz combo or something.
some kind of Ashnod's combo happening there.
Absolutely.
But
I would expect
it might just be mid-rangey.
I think Tainted Observer is combo probably, and then Melik is combo. Melik is cool because what is it go infinite with? It's like
3 Thalids and an Ashnod's Altar.
where's that? I've mostly seen them just leaning on the Ivy Lane Denizen.
Sure.
Like Airy Oof, like something with persist combo.
Yeah, I guess that. Oh, yeah, that does track actually, doesn't it? Yeah. Wow, that thing combos with a lot more than I thought it did. I love Hickory Woodlot. That's always fun. Is that a Cultivate? Probably a Cultivate. 2 lands got pulled out of the deck. All right, what do we got? Is this a Portent or a Preordain or a Ponder?
Like
House keeps on creeping this forest up onto the corner of the screen. And I don't know why. Oh, the forest was surveilled. Gator's gonna walk us through the Tainted Observer loops. Basking Broodscale and Pentad Prism? Oh, yeah. That works.
she's got to make 2, right?
Yeah, Basking Broodscale and anything that you can pull a counter off of to get a mana.
Caustic Caterpillar out of Ravenous Squirrel.
Ban Broodscale because commons like that should exist, not because it's a problem. Yeah. All right. Duke Slayer with mana number 5 on turn 3. It's impressive.
Counter on the Woodlot so that future
we can start proliferating.
Yeah, proliferate the Hickory Woodlot counter.
Yeah,
so
it's
cool.
pretty sweet.
Melik's found their red. Search. So they're going to untap their lands and draw 2 discards.
Interesting. We're definitely digging for something.
I think there's a little discussion about it. Not any blue decks with mana.
Sniff is placing his bet on Melik. Smart. We've opened the gambling, right?
Should.
Yeah.
Not gonna.
Discarding Rite of Flame and something else. I can't see. Ryan, 1000% behind Ravenous Squirrel. Ryan, do we know whether Squirrel is a combo deck or not? Melik is the deck that will save the table from Observer. Could be combo deck. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Like, I feel like if it is a combo, I feel like the combo is sort of like it's not a turbo combo deck at least. So like if there's a combo in it just to be the Wincon, I feel it's probably more of like a value mid-rangey pile that can turn into a combo.
Dedicate a couple of slots to it.
Yeah.
Like you've got
feels like if this is what House had in mind when he was telling me that, you know, the attack the combo player is a brain dead take, then sure. Like I don't think Ravenous Squirrel is the top tier priority in this by virtue of there being a combo in the deck somewhere. I think that right now, like, I'm worried about Tainted Observer having combo lines, and I'm worried about Melik is it guy having combo lines. Like, I think that right now, if I'm Kunks, Ravenous Squirrel is my third priority right now.
The Kunks is getting the gut online.
Gut is online. Here we go.
And then here's the decision part.
Oh no. Nightbot deleted too much dues message. Nightbot, please don't.
See the too much do subscribed. 5-month subscriber. Turkey leftovers. Meat sweets. Level of CPDH. Thank you so much, dude.
Oh yeah, Du's linking posts on Blue Sky.
The links.
Do is linking posts on Blue Sky, which link back to this stream. Do is advertising for us.
It looks like the Thraven Inspector went at Lotad, and then the Skeleton went at Duke. So Kunks is saying that Tainted Observer looks the scariest right now, which is, I think, a very fair assessment.
Sure.
There's an end step deadly dispute out of house, sacrificing the Gorehound, further proving that my point that Gorehound is if that was an Arkham's Astrolabe,
Gorehound should have just been an Astrolabe, right?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. I'm sure Astrolabe is in the deck. He's on Snowlands. He's got a squirrel. Like, Astrolabe is in there for sure.
Absolutely.
So if Squirrel is on the same lines as the Observer, how does the Squirrel deck put counters on the Brute Scale? Like, I recognize how Tainted Observer puts the counters on the Brute Scale, but like, what Squirrel puts counters on itself? Sadistically, okay. So that's, you need one more piece of the combo, or the extra piece of the combo doesn't live in the command zone. So, okay.
Kinda
That
like,
tracks.
It feels kind of similar to Gretchen in the way that, like, if you get like Ivy Lane Denizen and like, or whatever, you get your combo running, and you have infinite mana, it's just like, okay, now I'm going to use my squirrel to draw my deck, type of thing.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Purely
Squirrel
conjecture.
draws. Yeah.
Find it with Steward.
Don't forget Snakeskin and all the protection spells. Yeah, surely those are in both the Squirrel and the Observer deck.
It's like squirrels untapping for their turn 4.
I guess both the blue and the black version have one card that can tutor for the Brood Scale. Honest Rutstein is peak Golgari combo, but I see the Squirrel approach being reasonable. All right, so now we got a Caustic Caterpillar.
It's in play turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in play for a while. I'm wondering like what it kills now, and I don't see much. I feel like that's probably around for like land auras. I don't anticipate it doing a lot in this game.
It's a very toolboxy piece where it can,
yeah,
like, if you can bring things back, like I suspect like a Golgari deck can.
Yeah.
You want access to like one of those. And...
Oh, it kills Inspiring Leader. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and we also have the Stonework Pack Beast online on House's board that will be the mana filter for the eventual combo, which I imagine is going to happen. How much does Sadistic Glee cost? Is that a one drop? I don't.
It's real cheap. I know that. It's 1 or 2.
Yeah. Ryan has this confirmed for me. 1 mana.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the only tutor in the Squirrel deck for it is the I guess you could Brain Spoil for the Steward. If Sadistic Glee is worth 9 mana to you, that is an option, I suppose.
So really interestingly, we were saying the Ravenous Squirrel deck being very, very passive. I think there have been, like, they could have attacked Melik, but maybe they're fearing a gut attack and would rather leave their creatures up.
Yeah.
There's a Simic Growth Chamber that bounced.
Gut's in a tough spot here, I think, because we've fallen again into the here are 3 combo decks and 1 aggro deck. Like, what do you do about it? Like, time to king make. which aggro deck do you really not want to lose to? Like, kill that one first.
So the snap is bouncing the skeleton token and then untaps the Simic Growth Chamber to be mana positive. The mana that was bounced was the depletion lane. Adamas Reach.
We just ramping. We ramping all the ramps. Yeah, brutal pod for a gut player for sure. And the first skeleton's already been bounced. And that caterpillar's just waiting to eat the inspiring leader. Yeah, Kunks is in for a bad time.
Gonna test the resiliency of the deck, but like losing a skeleton isn't the end of the world. Oh, the video flip.
Ooh. Beautiful.
Usually, like, Melik usually plays a lot of mana rocks just to, like, get up to Melik mana that we haven't seen yet, right?
Yeah, no rocks available yet.
Not big score, it's the copy.
Pirate's Pillage. And an Opt? No, we're discarding Opt to Pirate's Pillage. I get it.
Get a couple of treasures so that next turn you can play Melik, and if you really need to react.
Gator's telling us that this Melik list isn't on any rocks. Just High Tide and Rituals.
You don't want to flip them off the top, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. All right, here we go. Gut, untapping. Gut is online. Inspiring Leader is not. We got land number 4.
It's Inspiring Leader. Play it, looks like good.
Get inspired.
Things are already really tense.
I've yapped about this before when Melik was first spoiled, and that was a huge reason why I didn't think Melik was a good of a CPDH deck. He's 6 mana and you need him out to start doing his combos. But you can't put rocks because hitting them on the top is really, really bad. Yeah, 6 mana is tough. Okay, we got a big attack. We're sending Gut and a couple of Thraben, couple of Inspectors. Looks like we've turned the clues into skeletons. Let's see whose life totals change.
Here's claim.
Oh, we're gonna claim the Inspiring Leader? Rest in peace, Inspiring Leader.
Gaining 4 life that probably not super interested in right now.
All right.
Yeah, Kunks is just going for Duke on Tainted Observer, it looks like.
All right.
That or
I see Melik has also
Melik
lost a
took
chunk of
some
life.
life. Okay.
And House, famed for telling people not to attack the combo deck, is still sitting at 30. It's working. Pack Beast? No.
It's a
Is it a
caterpillar.
treasure?
It's a treasure from Deadly Dispute, yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Good target priority on Kunks' part. Sure, I trust you. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think of the 3 combo decks that he is staring down, I think that the Tainted Observer and the Melik are the much spookier combo decks.
Scroll is a 3/3 now, so the little creatures couldn't even go there.
Oh, sure.
The Vessel of Nascency. Helping dig for those combo pieces. I suspect. Says that Melik has a lot of board wipes. So that's something worth considering for sure. Is that just a pass, and we're to Duke now? Because I see that forest that was tapped for the Nature's Claim untapped.
Yeah, I think we just cast Vessel, end turn.
Gotta make probably a hard decision on which mana to play. You want to put the depletion land in play, but it's tapped. And you're off to the races.
Yeah, Cash Grab and Malevolent Rumble. Fine squirrel combos, yeah. All right, we got the Hickory Woodlat back in play. Interesting. So I'm a little curious. I think what just happened. Or no, I guess. Okay. We're attacking someone with a Tainted Observer.
Get that toxic counter on them. That's real important.
Yeah, I think you gotta put 1 poison counter on everyone. And then combo. I think that's the plan.
I think you put it on. It's looking like Lotad just might die to the table. Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah, I'd probably put it on Lotad last.
There's an interesting dynamic that if you're in either the Ravenous Squirrel or Tainted Observer position, if you're doing any kind of like small amount of damage, if you put it on another one of the combo decks, that makes it so your place in line for getting attacked by Gut just moves that much further forward.
Sure.
And so
yeah, I was. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, I was contemplating House's choice to not attack with the squirrel last turn, and like I quickly realized that the squirrel is like locking down all of Kunks' little guys, and like is probably a really valuable blocker right now. But also, like the idea where Kunks is target prioritizing the other combo decks, and so like helping him kill them just sort of shortens your own timer as far as Gut's inevitable army is concerned. So like it does make sense to just sort of not do that.
That's a frustrating place to be in for the aggro deck of like, why isn't everyone attacking as well? And it's like, because you have 40 power, dude. We're all blocking.
Why aren't you helping me kill the combo deck? Like, no, you got it. I want you to take care of it. Don't worry about me.
So that Merchant Scroll did go find another tutor. It found the Muddle the Mixture.
Yep, Muddle happened. And it was Kunks that took the poison counter there. Islane and I just died to turn 3
Alexios?
Acrosarios?
It's Alexios.
Alexios.
I was given access to the deck lists before this. With how my setup is working, I need a third monitor to be able to see them while all of this is going on. But I did see that there was Alexios here.
Alexios doing work? Winding down with a Baumeister old-fashioned soda premium cherry made with pure cane sugar. That sounds decadent. Looks like Duke has passed the turn without transmuting the muddle. We'll see what kind of tricks he's got up with 4 mana and no untapped creatures. See if he's got anything
Fog.
that blocks skeletons or
Yeah.
bounces skeletons.
Had transmuting their own muddle the mixture.
Ooh, is that a foil muddle?
A foil old border muddle.
Oh, wow. I don't have that. I have the foil Ravnica muddle.
I just swapped out my muddle for one of those old border ones in my Sphinx Summoner deck. I think I found every old border version of cards for that deck so far, except for the Snowlands, but I like that full art.
Beautiful. Well done.
Lotad smartly not going for just like slam Melik with 1 open mana. Tutors for here. A Merchant Scroll. The other direction.
What? We have Duke casting Merchant Scroll to find Muddle, and we have Lotad casting Muddle or transmuting Muddle to find the Merchant Scroll. This is incredible.
Do what you got in this format.
I too smell a high tide. An 8th ed foil Merchant Scroll. Fancy.
You're saying it's 80% foil this deck, or 75% foil.
That's a lot of foil. Too rich for my blood. Ryan has found the emoji for high tide. It's interesting. My Defiant Survivor deck became 1% foiled today because I needed to put in Bushwhack, and I put all my normal Bushwhacks into other decks, and the only Bushwhack I had left when I got to that one was the foil Bushwhack. So my unsleeved Defiant Survivor deck, 1% foil.
Do you make a point to like find non-foils, or is it just?
I usually do non-foils for the unsleeved decks because I bridge them, and that puts a bunch of warp and wear on them, and the foils just bend differently, so you can sometimes tell like what's coming if there's a foil in there. The more recent foils have been better about it, so it's not as big of a deal.
Hunks' turn.
Yeah, I know the foils are super expensive now. I kind of don't. I kind of ignore them most of the time. Like 5 years ago, I used to chase down a couple of the big foils that I wanted for like one of my decks. Like my old Marsh Crocodile deck has a foil Muddle the Mixture and a foil Snuff Out and a foil Counterspell. No Gush. I only have 1 foil Snuff Out, but it's good. But yeah, Ryan, I 1000% support you. Ryan is 10,000 building an unsleeved Hollow Marauder for the vibe. It feels so good. You got to practice bridge shuffling it. You got to make it real smooth.
So Kunks played a Chromatic Star and is following it up with an Inspiring Leader.
The leader's back.
Star looks real good next to Gut. What you want to be doing?
Star looks beautiful next to Gut, and yeah, the leader looks way better now that caterpillar's gone. I stopped bridge shuffling unless you have double sleeves. No, that's incorrect. You got to start bridge shuffling now that you have no sleeves. That's the maneuver.
So hard on my cards. They are sleeved, but like I've never seen anywhere I care about.
We're up to 2 skeletons.
Yep. It's 12 power of skeletons, 2 power of inspectors, and a Gut.
And looks like it all got delivered to Duke. I mean, I think the Duke putting that poison counter on Kunks was right, but I think that just accelerated his clock a bit. He better combo real hard, I think real fast.
Kunks' mind was made up, and now it's a matter of removing variables, and I don't know if there's turning that ship. The first
Yeah.
couple attacks, like, yeah, I'm gonna damage you both evenly, wasn't about like I want to keep life totals even as much as like I want to keep my options open in case one of you does something
Right.
scary.
I feel like there was a world where Duke merchant scrolled for the echoing truth. I don't know if that brings him closer or farther away from winning, but it sure is a decision that could have been made. If Melik gets a sweeper, Gut is going to be in a tough spot. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm not sure Melik plays the sweeper right away. Like Melik has the 3 mana right now for a breath weapon or a fiery cannonade.
Yeah, they wait
But I
until
think
they're
right.
like coming at like those are instant speed spells,
Yeah.
so you just wait.
I think as long as the skeletons are headed towards Duke, like Melik is super incentivized to not do that. Like let Kunks kill the other people first. Yeah, Gut is tapped out right now. There's no mana up for a quick little, because a single protection spell on Gut saves half of that board, the important half, surely.
Vessel of
But
Nascency
that is
finds Troll of Khazad-dûm for house on Kunks' end step.
that's a big troll.
Yeah, just slam it.
Yeah, I don't know what Kunks does right now. I think that, yeah, slam the troll. Let's go. I'm ready for this 6/5 to start accomplishing things.
There's an attack from the squirrel.
Squirrel probably has Drown in Sorrow and Pestilence and Crypt Rats, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what I do in this situation if I'm Kunks. Like, I feel like everyone is a threat. Everyone is a problem. I have no idea where I should be pointing my stuff. Tainted Observer gonna crop rotate on House's end step. What are we getting?
Could be in
What?
combat. I'm not 100% sure. The Ravenous Squirrel?
Oh, the squirrel is attacking. It's not an end step thing. I'm confused. I do not. Oh, it looks like Lotad. Lotad lost some life. And Duke is crop rotating. Sacrificing forest.
It's it's usually a Mystic Sanctuary, right?
Mystic Sanctuary seems pretty good right now.
Maybe put Merchant Scroll.
Put Merchant Scroll right back on top. Grab that. Maybe Duke is listening. He's gonna go grab the Echoing Truth.
Yeah, if you do get Echoing Truth, it's a very hard decision, I think, of like, you do it. I mean, I guess it's not that hard. You're probably getting attacked by all the skeletons, so do you let them untap, I guess is the question.
I'm sorry, who let who untap?
If you do get Echoing Truth, you probably have to let Gut untap and then make another skeleton and then run the risk of it being.
I would risk that. Yeah, I don't.
And there is still a counterspell in hand.
If I'm Duke and I'm getting sort of bullied by everyone, I make the high risk plays here. Oh yeah, Fadeaway would be soul crushing right now. For Kunks. And for Kunks and for.
So if there's a Fadeaway, you sacrifice the Springleaf Drum.
We're putting Snap on top.
And like 3
lands. We're not
even
getting Merchant Scroll.
Oh snap.
Yeah. Oh snap.
That's gotta be for like High Tide, and then I'm gonna snap you, and then maybe. We'll see. I'm out.
Lotad wants to do priority things on House's end step. Duke has already untapped various and sundry things. What's happening?
Looks like Bobby's going to investigate.
Good luck, Bobby. See you later, Ryan. It's been fun. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I think
It's great to have you in chat. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, time to figure out what the timeout is about. There are hands being waved. Gestures are being thrown.
Myself here to cut this out.
Ruling update. Drew a card off Mystic Sanctuary by accident. They're just making him put a card back and shuffle. So
Okay.
Yeah. See.
Got it. So he still has Snap in his hand, and that's the card he's drawing for turn now is Snap.
Yep.
Okay.
Situations where it's like, okay, I'm gonna put this back on top of Mystic Sanctuary and go to my next turn, and then the playtester's like, yeah, you want a card, right? And you're like, oh crap, I put it in my hand. Maybe.
Okay. So Snap is in hand. Muddle is being transmuted. What do we fetch with Muddle? Oh, Brood Scale, obviously. Okay, so right now they have available 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 mana.
And we're streaming
Yeah,
FNM
Mizu.
Mizu. We're gonna put
Sanctuary
it
streaming.
on. We're gonna put it on YouTube. I'm gonna do some light editing.
Mizu, we
and-
streamed your entire first game.
Yeah, it was sweet. I'm sorry that you got flooded.
I that was painful to watch. It must have been worse to experience.
Only I was there getting O2'd.
Oh, dude. The ye old Ornithopter record. Okay, so Duke has put the Brood Scale into hand. He's got 5 mana to play with. If he spends 2 of that on Snap, then he gets 2 extra, and that brings him back up to like 7 mana to play with. It's a chunk. So if he can tap.
Or any of the Brood Scale mana.
Oh yeah, wow. Brood Scale gives mana, doesn't it? So yeah, Brood Scale is 2 to cast and 3 to adapt?
2 to adapt.
2 to adapt. Okay, so he's got 3 mana to play around. If both of those things happen. Oh no, first we got to attack. We got to put a poison counter on someone. Looks like House. Okay, so we put a poison counter on House. I wonder does Lotad already have a poison counter?
Don't think so. But I think
Okay, we
that
cast.
Lotad is presenting the least amount of threat between the other players.
Sure. Okay. So Brood Scale has resolved. Squirrel's tapped out except for a treasure, which might I guess Vines is a possibility here. We shall see. 2 mana. Oh, this is interesting. If he puts this 2 mana directly into the Brood Scale, then he doesn't have Snap mana to interact on the stack.
You spawn in the Sanctuary?
If the ability resolves.
So like yeah, I see what you're saying. No ability to interact while that's happening.
Right. So I mean, if Lotad comes up with a removal spell or a counter spell or a bounce thing, I mean, I feel like if I'm Duke here, I probably snap. Okay. All right. So we have floated the Hickory Woodlot mana. We're casting snap. So I mean, I guess once again we're in a position where we don't get to react if something happens with snap on the stack.
It's targeting a
Snap.
skeleton, and there's a response
Snap
from
is-
Lotad.
Yep.
Make 3 mana. Okay.
Okay. 3 red mana. We have 3 red mana and 2 treasures. Oh, breath weapon effectively counters snap and kills. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Freaking
You needed to-
everything. I guess it's not the troll and the squirrel, but everything else. I guess the Tainted Observer lives.
Yikes.
That's an interesting place for a lot of decks to be, is that they don't have, like, when I was playing against Mizu on Scholar of the Ages, it's really frustrating when all of your removal spells are like kill target creature and all they're playing is like mana rocks and just like, yeah, I'll just
Right.
develop, I'll develop.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Melik is getting to take that position because they just put off playing Melik until I guess they just win.
Yep. Yeah, I think the snap needed to happen pre-combat.
Their
And also
house is
needed
gonna
to
be in a
target a
position
troll
where
or a squirrel. House is going to be in a position where
they have to make the decisions of who to kill because Kunks is back in the Stone Age right now.
Yeah.
And I think the only person you can maybe take out is Duke. If you pump your squirrel, you can deal 10. I think whoever called Melik is they're pretty good.
seems all right. Very, very careful to tap treasures and not islands because we're definitely seeing a high tide right now. He spent 3 mana on this, so he's finding high tide and then casting high tide, which is leaving him with 6 blue and a red left, which is enough for Melik. But then what else are we gonna? Is he hit a land drop yet this turn?
Also pretty safe to like, okay, I can just tutor without the table being like, oh no, they have high tide in hand. Is like, how do you die from this point? It's like pedal to the metal if you got it, and that looks like a high tide, and you can just like, okay, I'll just develop one more turn and win.
Yeah.
Hater does interject with Melik is in a good seat, but it is missing all its pieces in play. It's a flicker deck. The great part about flicker decks is you don't need anything in play going into a turn. Nothing has summoning sickness. That's not like a disagreement. It's just like, yeah, if they can just generate enough mana next turn, like, oh,
They've already cast high
they
tide.
cast high tide. Okay, here we go.
7 mana. 6 blue and a red. What are we doing with 7 mana?
Peregrine Drake. There it is. Everybody tapped out. Not a single untapped mana across the
Wow.
board.
Wow. Kill the combo deck.
I mean, they were trying.
They were trying. Okay, so we're down to
Floating.
one of each mana type, and we can float So this is 4 mana for the Elementalist to get another High Tide. Oh. Oh, scroll for Ghostly Flicker. Sure.
Floating a blue using a red.
Yeah, no, Ghostly Flicker. You target the
wins the game.
Elementalist and the Drake. Yeah.
This doesn't win the game on the spot.
It's
You just get infinite mana, and then you can slam your Melic, and then copy all of your draw spells.
Yep. Snuff out by house? Show me!
What was the treasure? Yeah, the treasure for Vines.
Oh, wow! There it is! I said 10 minutes ago that he's tapped out, but there was a treasure there, and maybe it's Vines. That's wild.
So
what?
good. Very nice house. That's
Oh, this is...
great to see. There's one floating blue left.
That is crazy.
Like an exactly dispel would be, would do it, but like,
yeah.
2 cards in hand.
Let's go punish this man. Yeah.
Anybody in chat have an idea what you would target as far as Peregrine Drake or Elementalist?
Definitely target. I mean, I would hit the Drake.
Yeah, I think so.
Letting him have Flicker back seems better than letting him have another 8 mana. But I don't know. I don't know how many cards are in his hand or what they are.
So, how many cards are in whose hand?
I don't know how many cards are in Lotad's hand.
2.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you target the Elementalist just because, I mean, giving him 8 mana maybe doesn't do anything right now.
It looks like it was the Drake. There's going to be a Mystic Sanctuary to put the Ghostly Flicker back on top. That's the turn.
Wow.
They're still just like, aren't they just like still set up pretty good? I guess they've got like 1 card in hand now, so I would say no.
Oh, it looks like they didn't untap their land or put a spell back into their hand. So maybe they did something wrong. Unclear. And Kunks is just weeping. We got a Krark Clan Shaman.
Weapon, flying equipment, mandibular kite.
Kite. That guy, yeah. Sure. Oh, that's interesting. The Shaman can kill oh, but he doesn't need the Elementalist anymore. He's got Melic and Flicker and well, no, I guess. Oh, yeah. Melic and Flicker and the thing, Mystic Sanctuary is you don't even need the Drake. So yeah, you definitely don't need the Elementalist, and you for sure don't need the. You can just cast Ghostly Flicker to flicker 4 lands off the top, and one of those lands is Sanctuary, and it puts the Flicker back on top. Like that's why Melic is such a clean line with the Ghostly Flicker. It's literally Ghostly Flicker and Mystic Sanctuary is infinite mana. That's all you need.
They can play it off the top.
Yeah. You can play it off the top to flicker 4 permanents.
It's also like a huge onus that these combo decks do put on people of like, do you know how Tainted Observer wins? Do you know how this, do you know how Melic wins? Do you know how all of them win? Oh, we've been studying.
Right. Flicker the Drake to get the mana to cast Melic. Yeah. 3 because you get to flicker the Drake and the Mystic Sanctuary. So that puts you 3 up from the 6 you were at, and that lets you the 3 up is the casting Melic and casting Ghostly Flicker. Yeah, Lotad is presenting the win next turn if no one does anything about it right now.
4 cards in. The first step.
Oh, okay. So if Kunks responds to the Tithing Blade by sacrificing an artifact to kill the Elementalist, then that also kills the Drake. Yep, I think that's what's happening right now.
You gotta
Yeah,
work together.
okay.
This has the opportunity sack the Tithing Blade and just kill Duke. That's still your
Can he?
priority. Squirrel's a 3/3, and then the troll has 6 power, and so just 1 more power from the sack. Would be
Oh,
lethal.
Duke. Sorry, I forgot that Duke was even in this game.
I know. That's why I brought. That's why I brought them back up. Of like, I think everyone forgot they were there.
The combo got shut down, and I'm like, okay, they're dead. The consequence of not executing the combo is
Okay,
death.
that's how
You're
that's how
done.
Gretchen wins games.
That is
Can't
how
fall
Gretchen
for
wins
that.
games. I fell for it.
Sack. There's the sack of.
There's the sack of the blade.
Okay.
Is Duke done, or is Lotad at 6?
Duke is dead. Life
Rest in
total's
peace,
gone
Duke
red.
Slayer. All right, Lotad. You
Glad
got
that we
the
got to
flicker.
see-
You got the Melic.
I'm glad that we got to see Tainted Observer. Like, it was going for it. Like, that looked very strong.
Yeah, no, both of these decks, like the combo attempt was really impressive, and like the way that it sort of got dodged was really clean on both. 6 mana. Here's Melic. Let's go. Lotad says, "I bet you don't have another Tithing Blade." Let's find out. So yeah, Melic online, Ghost of Flicker in hand. You get 1 turn to kill this man.
Field off the top. Not what you want to see right now, I bet.
Yeah. Kunk's looking to start his turn. We got Gut back online. We can start making skeletons again. Assuming we don't love this kite, which we might not love. Unclear.
Showing that they had 4 lanes in hand.
Ooh, woof. Second seat Simic combo decks getting flooded is my experience of tonight. That's the common theme. What is that? Is that the Helpful Hunter? No, that's a Flag Bearer. Woo!
Okay, so before that resolves, it looks like Snuff Out targeting Gut from House.
The Gut, really? Wow, interesting. Mizu, it's nothing personal. I love you, but that's what I saw.
Yeah, I was a second seat Simic player, he says.
Genuinely shocked that the Snuff Out went there. And now we're going to glimpse the impossible, probably for 3 bodies. But we got nope, an Implement of Combustion, an Angelic Purge, and a
Demand Answers.
Demand Answers.
Answers can sacrifice your kite. Pretty appealing. Like the Implement of Combustion is going to be the choice. It's the standout from that group that I they get 2 Eldrazi spawns.
Yeah.
Standard bearer feel here. It looks like it would protect a flicker combo, but you're not scared of that at this point as much anymore. I guess you're always scared of that. Never mind.
I'm scared. It's in his hand.
It's, yeah. And now it's protected.
If Lotad gets a turn, they win. Why did the snuff out hit the gut?
Good question.
That's a yeah, Max. That's a really ballsy snuff out. All right. House is taking their turn now.
Melik's stat line.
2/4. Aloha.
I think it was just that the
Azrael Ceaseless.
do you think Kunks and House just couldn't come to an agreement, and Kunks was like saying like, I think I'm going to attack you. Like, I'm not going to promise that I'm not going to. That's what I would suspect would happen. Like,
It's possible. I've got no idea.
patient sacrificing Tree of Tales.
Rest in peace, Tree of Tales. Gain a life, draw a card. Attacking. The attack is now for what, 11 damage? It's a 5/5 squirrel and a 6/5 troll.
It's like Crypt Rats. I think they really wanted to see an edict more than anything, but sometimes you just don't draw it.
Yeah, Edict is good here. Crypt Rats is not great.
Sacrifice a creature, make 5 mana. What's this called? Calling the Weak or what?
Calling the Weak, yeah.
And then that makes Crypt Rats look a lot better.
Why would you do that during the upkeep when it can get countered by Unwind? What just happened?
You're watching from House's perspective, so this hover over Melik might be reading the card. They just might not be familiar with it because it looks like there's a tap for 3 mana.
Yeah, we're gonna unwind the Calling the Weak.
Fortunately, getting better at this game is very painful sometimes. It hurts.
Oof. We're gonna cast Unwind twice.
Seize the spell.
Yep. And then Ghostly Flicker still in hand, so they win. The Unwind was on the top of his deck because it's Melik says you play with the top card of your library revealed, and you can cast instants and sorceries from the top of your deck, and when you cast something from your deck, it gets copied. No, that doesn't matter. He shows Ghostly Flicker in the game. I mean, I guess he still has to find. So he's got infinite mana now. Shows you Ghostly Flicker. He has infinite mana. Can he win with infinite mana? Show us the next piece of the combo. Show us the out.
Start with the draw 4, where in the middle you take a break to check for another spell.
Right. Start with Yeah, if you know about Melik, then I'm not sure what you're asking, Azrael. It was the card on top of his deck when he played Melik, flipped up Unwind, showed everyone the Unwind, went a turn cycle, and then untapped, and it was still on top of his deck on upkeep.
It
Cuts his
doesn't.
F6.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yep.
get stopped by like a stave off even, because you're just targeting a bunch of lands.
Right, exactly. You can't vines out of this one.
Which is it really
Thought when he
punishes
got
people
stopped,
for not knowing.
he didn't get so the putting Ghostly on top of Sanctuary is something that is happening now. But House was going to try to kill Melik on Lotad's upkeep by sacrificing the squirrel for a bunch of mana and then doming the entire board for 5 with Crypt Rats. That was going to be the play.
I
But
think Misu's got it. Of just like that was the turn before of like Ghostly Flicker was on top, but then it was drawn, and then it was the Unwind that was revealed.
Oh yeah, Ghostly Flicker. Yes, yeah. Ghostly Flicker was on top a turn ago, and then there was a turn where he drew Ghostly Flicker, cast Melik, and passed turn, and then revealed Unwind. And this is the turn after that. Yeah, so he's got infinite mana and a Ghostly Flicker, and or infinite mana and yeah, Merchant Scroll gets Capsize to bounce everyone's board. Yeah, second turn after he got stopped. Correct. Yeah, he got stopped, and he had another turn. People chose to kill Duke instead of him on one turn cycle, and then on this next turn cycle, got snuff out, and nothing went towards Lotad, and then the squirrel and the troll attacked for an amount of damage, but not enough damage, and he just won the game at 4.
For 12, and then it was the unfortunate I counter your ritual.
Yep.
Gonna bolt you
we
to
had
death.
Prismatic Strands.
Oh, saying I'm gonna bolt you to death. I think that a Capsize was shown before that.
Yeah, a Capsize got showed, so it's over.
It might be like a when you target this, I don't know.
No, he capsizes everyone's board, and then he casts Lightning Bolt, and then uses the adventure of the Alchemist to put Lightning Bolt back on top.
Yeah, it was just
casts Lightning Bolt from there, capsizes the Alchemist, does that again.
Yep. Well, GG.
Yep.
That's gonna be it for the night.
Yep. Next time someone tells me attacking the combo deck is a brain dead strategy, I'm gonna point them at this game. Yep.
Posting them to YouTube, and yeah, if you want to tune in, you want to make yourself low-key famous, we're gonna keep doing this. Thank you everybody for tuning in live, and
I will tune in when I can.
Anything you want to push before you go, Alkadron? Thank you for. Oh, I guess I want to thank you very much for showing up and doing this last second.
Oh, it's
been incredible. My
pleasure. I'm very excited to be here. I loved sharing the mic with you. This is an outstanding time. I would love to be back sometime.
Heck yeah, I'll be here.
Cool.
Have a good one, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.